Hey everybody, welcome to Squad Pod Sports episode 11. A lot of crazy stuff happened over the week, so we're going to kind of get right into it. I mean, the NBA Finals finally over. The Los Angeles Lakers. I'm repping my Kobe jersey today
You had to
for the
bring it out.
Lakers. Had to
It's a
break it out.
respect thing. It's a
It's
respect thing.
exactly. I had to. But congrats to the Lakers. Congrats to you getting to see your Lakers win a championship.
First
How's
time
it
in a
feel?
while. Feels great. I mean, like obviously I didn't do anything. I was just watching. But as a fan, like it's always nice to see like your team win the championship, especially if you just sit there, like you watch them all the
Absolutely.
time, you root for them. You
I've only got to really see one. my
the
my
fucking dealing with the last 5, 6 years of the Lakers organization, where
Yeah,
they're setting records for the worst record possible or worst record in franchise history and stuff like
I
that to
remember.
finally get the championship.
I remember back when like we were in high school and you were going through the rough times. We were like
Hmm.
Lakers just like the worst record every year. You're like, oh, we set another record for like set the bar lower.
But you
And
got
then that was when
to
my
stick
Bulls were
with them.
actually thriving at
Derrick
that
Rose
point.
out here winning MVP awards and shit.
Exactly.
You know,
And then like look at now, you guys win like opposite. You guys are winning a chip, and then my Bulls are just like we're stuck in a rebuild
for now,
for now.
for now. I
Yeah.
also saw today. This is way too early to talk about anything, but it's really not because this is a weird off season. But
Mhm.
like AD is already talking about he doesn't know what he's gonna do in free agency, and I'm like,
Oh, for real? I thought he would come back,
me
try
too,
running back.
me too. Apparently, he said he's gonna see what's up. So like that's still a bit
Chicago
too.
AD, let's come
I'm
on,
s-
man.
I'm
Come on,
afraid of him going to Chicago just
come on.
because
We
like
need someone.
a
Somebody
f-
help.
free agency starts the 18th.
Really?
I'm pretty sure
Wow.
of October.
Man, I don't know. I
I'm
can't for
pretty
some reason I
sure.
just can't see him leaving,
Me
especially after
neither.
winning shit. But
Me neither. Trust me. But
yeah, I
it
mean,
scares me.
if anything, you guys are just gonna like maybe add some pieces, cut some of the fat off the team that wasn't really doing well, bring someone else in.
It was him talking about on pending free agency. I have no idea is the quote that he used. And I'm like, oh my god, what do you mean? Come on now.
Interesting.
He said, I don't know. I had a great time in LA this first year. This has been nothing but joy, nothing but amazement. Over the next couple of months, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but that's why my agent is who he is, and we'll discuss it and figure it out. That's on ESPN. So,
Like who gonna give me that bag? Who gonna throw me that bag? Maybe I'll go wherever.
I would love to see him and LeBron try again.
What if he makes his way to South Beach, joins Jimmy Butler?
Don't say that.
Well, I'm like, even though the Lakers won, I want to give like shout out to the fucking Heat, man. They did their
Man,
thing.
they
They did
weren't
all
even
they
supposed to
could.
be there. They
Yeah,
weren't even supposed to be there.
they ended up getting 2 wins against the Lakers
Hmm.
when like they easily could have been swept.
Hey,
You know,
they still at least they showed up. They didn't just lie down and
and that just proves that like maybe they're one piece away from actually winning the chip. Maybe add another star or something.
I mean,
Giannis Antetokounmpo,
it was a
or
weird year. It was a
yeah,
really
that's true.
weird year. You had
Yeah,
teams like the Clippers and the Bucks not even reach the conference finals in
what
the
would have happened if it was like an actual regular season type shit? Like if
right.
they had momentum going into the playoffs.
Hey,
I mean it is weird, but it is what it is, man. I mean, the congrats to the Lakers. LeBron James getting his fourth ring,
fourth MVP,
fourth
fourth Finals
MVP.
MVP.
Rondo got his second ring. Dwight Howard
LeBron
somehow has a ring.
LeBron is inching closer and closer to your boy.
I ain't sure.
What do you think though?
Well, you know what I think.
I know, but he's got another one now.
I agree. I know. He's
He's
still number two.
he's building that
There's
resume.
only two. They're only the top two players ever, and it's my boy MJ and then LeBron. Man, it's not like I'm putting anybody before LeBron. LeBron is like he's like about as close as you can get to GOAT status to me. I mean, obviously, to a bunch of people, he is the GOAT, and I understand. I respect their decisions, but to me, you know who
It's
it is.
gonna be 50-50 for the until the other time, most likely. Until someone
Yeah,
comes along that's better than both of them or something, like,
yeah, but I mean, it doesn't look like LeBron's gonna stop here anytime soon. So
man, if he wins another one, I just can't believe it. Like, he's been to 10 finals, which is like
yeah,
crazy. Imagine if he would have won more than 4 of them. Like, how can a player like LeBron James only have 4 championships on so like that's a shitload at the end of the day, but like
yeah.
Tom Brady's been to 10 Super Bowls, he's got 6 championships. So like it's a little bit better ratio
It just
there,
comes down to who
Like,
you play. I mean,
yeah. Yeah,
the
but
only one that
he
the only
he
weird one that
beat the
kind of stuck
best
out
team of all
was
time.
yeah, that's true. Plus,
Arguably the best team of all time.
arguably, yeah. But I mean, then they ended up getting beat by the Mavs, like when he was on the Heat,
I
which
know,
was
right?
like surprising.
That was Dirk's year.
Yeah, Dirt, and who else was on that squad?
Jason Terry.
Jason Terry, yeah. Jason
Oh
Terry
man.
balled that series,
I don't remember if they had
and then like
Delonte
the
West back
Spurs.
then or not.
The Spurs were nice. The
Yeah.
Spurs were like in contention like every year, pretty much.
Kawhi, young Kawhi, veteran Tim
Manu,
Duncan, stuff like that. But
yeah,
I can definitely see him getting to another one, especially if the Clippers somehow get rid of Paul George and get weaker. Yeah, they got rid of
yeah.
their
I don't
coach
know, man.
already. They don't seem like they're going to be as much of a threat next year as they were this year. Um, so, but it's going to be Utah and Denver who are real threats.
Yeah, and who knows if what they can add over the free agency and stuff. So I mean,
Oh, I'm
that's where
sorry,
everything comes into play.
I forgot about Golden State.
Golden State, what if they attract like Giannis or something like the rumors they were saying about Giannis? And I don't know, man.
What if
I
they get
think
AD?
Golden State needs to get rid of Draymond, bring someone
I
else in there.
think it's about time.
Yeah,
It's like a Philly with the like, which one are you gonna get rid of, Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons? And I
yeah.
feel like Ben Simmons is the one that's gonna be moved.
You
You
think?
know, yeah, he's the one that would be traded somewhere. You're gonna build around Joel Embiid. You already committed so much time to him.
Yeah,
He's the centerpiece.
pretty much.
I think you move Ben Simmons for sure.
Should have kept Jimmy Butler.
Nah, I don't want to see Jimmy. I don't want to see them Sixers.
Oh yeah, I don't either. I'm
Balling.
glad he's in Miami. I think Miami suits Jimmy a lot better.
It does. That whole attitude down there with Pat Riley
Exactly.
and Eric Spoelstra, even Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson,
Yeah,
Bam.
he's gonna be nice here in the next couple of years. He's so young, Tyler
Dude,
Hero.
nice to see that squad. As long as like they keep Jimmy, I don't see why they wouldn't at this
Yeah,
point. Looks like he's found a spot.
maybe attract someone else. Then down in Miami, maybe I
Now,
don't know.
if Giannis goes anywhere, that shit would be crazy. If he goes anywhere,
Or I mean, just like any big name player that might be on the move or something. Who knows? I think
I don't
2021
trust
has a crazy free agency. Is a free agency year.
next year after this one.
Yeah, I think that's when like a lot of the stars are free agents.
Let's see. I can look that up here. Looks like AD, Blake Griffin, LeBron, Kawhi, Chris Paul.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot. Giannis, I think that year.
Gordon
The
Hayward,
next.
Kyle Lowry, DeRozan, Rudy Gobert, Antetokounmpo.
That's what I'm
Oh my
saying.
God.
Look at that free agency. Look at
Danny,
all those players that
this is like, uh,
Chicago can maybe scoop.
to me, oh my God. This just looks like a fantasy draft. Like, what the fuck? All right, interesting. Even players like Steven Adams, Victor Oladipo.
Ron's staying in LA. Either that or you're retiring.
I don't see Braun going anywhere. Yeah, he ain't going back to Cleveland.
No.
It's kind of
Go
shitty
to,
that he's only
goes to
won one
Miami,
chip in
joins
Cleveland.
Jimmy. How crazy would that be? Goes back to Miami. I'm going back, taking my talents back to South Beach.
Maybe if they would have lost. He would have pulled some Kevin Durant shit. We gotta worry about the Nets next year.
Yeah, Nets could be scary next year if they can stay healthy.
I think they will be, man. I think
Haven't
they'll be
seen
like,
Kevin Durant in a whole year.
yeah, but I don't know. It's weird how everywhere Kyrie Irving goes, there's always like problems, and then when he leaves, they go further in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So that's what's
Yeah,
got me kind of iffy about the Nets too. And I know Alex doesn't want to hear that, but like that's just kind of how I feel.
yeah,
I'm
I know
worried
what you're
about,
saying.
but so like they got KD there to kind of save them when that shit's happening though. You know,
Mhm.
so I don't know. That's
Yeah, I mean, if they can
there's
make it,
gonna
and
be
they
a lot
got a
of.
new head coach. Yeah, Steve Nash as the head coach.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
They got the Sixers got a new head coach too, and Doc Rivers, man.
Doc Rivers.
Everywhere he
Apparently,
goes,
Van
he
Gundy interviewed with the Pelicans today.
with the Pelicans. I thought he was talking to the Rockets. You talking
Rockets
about?
and Pelicans, both of them he
It's
interviewed with.
interesting that he's considering taking a head coaching job again. You know, like it's just very interesting. I'm so used to hearing about the sidelines.
Yeah,
Like it's been years and years and years. It'd be like if Mark Jackson would eventually take another job as a head coach. Like I've just been so used to hearing about the sideline by the,
yeah,
by this point. But it'd be cool. Be interesting to just see that dynamic in the league again. An older coach,
yeah.
you know,
And this time I can start being excited about basketball again because it's off season,
all
going into free
season talk.
agency.
Exactly.
Apparently, the new head coach for the Bulls fired 4 assistant coaches already. He cleaned
Yeah.
house. He's like, "You're
He's like,
out of
get
here,"
the fuck out of
and I'm
here.
like, "Okay, all right." And they said it's not a rebuild; it's a retooling. So I'm like, "Okay,
Interesting.
what are they
They're
gonna do
using
here?"
different terminology, huh?
Yeah, this is like they're trying to trick the dumb fans,
The dumb
believing it's not
fans.
it's not a rebuild. It's just a retooling. We're not rebuilding again. Don't worry about
Don't
it.
don't worry. It's gonna be
And
fine.
everybody's like, "Oh, they're not rebuilding, guys. It's okay. They're just
We're
retooling."
retooling is short for tanking for the best possible lottery pick you
Oh,
can
I
get
don't want to
next
do
year
it
again.
again.
What'd you
Oh,
get? The fourth pick?
yeah, the fourth pick.
Fourth overall? Okay.
Yeah,
So we'll see what happens. The draft's coming up too. I think that's gonna be at the end of October. Or no.
yeah.
It's like middle of November, I think.
You know what's crazy is like the NHL draft just happened.
Really?
Yeah, like this past week. It like just happened. Like literally like 2 weeks after the Stanley Cup. It's draft time.
Not doing good as a sports show. Not talking about the NHL draft, and it's already been like a week or so since that shit's happened. I didn't even know it happened.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
mean, I think it was over the weekend, so I
Yeah.
think it was like right after we filmed, pretty much. Um, but yeah, I mean, Flyers didn't really do anything, which I'm not like crazy about, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the basketball free agency. I'm sure you are too. Lakers probably gonna add some pieces.
I hope we get rid of Danny Green.
That's what I was gonna ask you about, is if Danny Green's out of town.
Get him out of town. The only reason he's been starting, and I was talking about this, like the only reason he's been starting is because we've been paying him so much goddamn money.
Yeah,
Like you
they're like,
can't pay him
LeBron,
that much money.
we can't just bench him, man.
We can't just. LeBron's
Like
like, don't
LeBron
put the
told him
score
after he
fucking
missed
near me.
that game winner on getting game 5, he was just like, "After this, you gone. You gone. You
Yeah, I
lucky you
mean,
get in this ring, and then you gone."
I would be surprised if Danny Green's still there after the trade deadline next year. That's all I got to say. Like because he's under contract, so it's not like we can just cut his ass. I don't think they're gonna cut him. There's no
Yeah,
way. He's still Danny Green. He's still getting like 8, 10 points a game, just something like that. Making a 3 or 2 a game. Not as many as he was for San Antonio or Toronto, but it is what it is.
yeah,
Not mad or anything. Still won the championship.
yeah. He has a couple.
But yeah, surprisingly enough, he's got 3. But he
Yeah,
deserves them. He's definitely been key pieces on every one of those teams. It just
that's
like
true.
he's got some glaring missed shots this year, and it's like it's been
Yeah,
bad.
he's not clutch.
But we'll see what happens next year.
Yeah,
Maybe
man. I mean,
maybe he'll hop off to a hot start or something.
congrats to you damn Lakers winning a chip. We all predicted it was going to happen at the beginning of this season.
I
We
should have
knew it
put
was
money
going to
on that
happen.
shit. I thought it was going to be a different path to the finals, but everybody knew it was going to happen.
Well,
We knew
yeah, I
this
mean,
shit was going
nobody
to happen.
expected a bubble to be happening for the NBA
No.
or anything.
Whenever they signed AD, I was like, what? We have a chance? And turns out it was more than a chance. It
It was more than a
was
chance. It was like a definite, you're going to win a championship.
pretty damn good odds. But that's just because a lot of shit happened. Like we were saying, a lot of pieces fell to the point where it was like pretty easy for the Lakers to get in the position to. They could have won it in 5, honestly, but
Yeah,
it is what it
easily.
is. But on the next year,
On to next year, it's
off-season
already
time.
over. Off season time. Season's over. And with that, we'll kind of hop into the other season that's going on right now. The NFL.
Football.
We'll start. We'll talk about what was our records here this past week, Bern? How'd we do? Week 5.
Okay, so like we were saying before, if anybody's watching this, don't bet on our picks. We're doing this for fun, okay? These are terrible fucking.
Don't take our advice.
Don't take our advice. We thought we were more clairvoyant than we obviously are, but I finished 10-6 or 10-4 this week, which isn't terrible, but still. Wyatt finished 8-6. Who's usually Wyatt's better than me every week as far as these picks go. So he had a down week this week.
First time I had below 10, I think.
Right, and you're still beating me overall though. Overall, you are 52-26.
Come back this week.
I am 48-28 overall. So we still got positive records, but way too many losses. I didn't expect that many. But hey, it is what it is. That's that. You never like we both picked the Bucks to win. That turned out to be the Nick Foles.
Yeah, that's the first game that's on the list here is the Buccaneers and the Bears. Lost by 1 point to old big Foles.
It happens, and now Tom Brady is 0-2 against Nick Foles apparently. So
Tom Brady with like the now infamous thought he still had fourth down.
I can't tell you how happy I am to see nothing coming New England's way on anything Tom Brady related. All the flack he gets now goes straight to fucking Tampa Bay.
I mean, it was a weird game.
Yeah, it was a weird game, but it was a good game for a Thursday night game.
Oh, Nick Foles was able to pull it out, man. Them Bears are looking okay. They're squeaking by each week.
What are they? 4-2 now?
They're 4-1.
Yeah. Okay. They lost to the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the next one on here is the Steelers and the Eagles.
Steelers and the Eagles.
Man, take the floor on this one.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, I wish we had a better record by now because this would have been the game. I compared it to how you were happy, even though you lost to the Seahawks, where I was like, we had opportunities to win this game. We were only at one point in the third quarter, we were down by 2 points. We had opportunities to win this game, but overall, we're capable of putting up the points, man. Right. I was so happy to even see us put up almost 29 points. I was like, at least I know we can do it. We can put up the points.
Exactly. It was impressive. It was something to build on.
Yeah, I mean, even though it was a disappointing loss, it was right there. It was in our hands.
Yeah.
I think there's some positives to build from it. The offense looked pretty good, actually. Defense started well and then just shit the bed. Yeah. Jim Schwartz just did. The blame's on him for this one. But I mean, Carson played well. He had the third or fourth top QBR in the league this week. I was okay. Yeah. He keeps getting better as each week, so I'm all right with that. Travis Fulgham, this kid had 150 yards, bro.
Came out of nowhere.
He has been apparently next, I think it was the number one was Jeremy Maclin, but he's like the top, like the second receiver since like 2010 to have that many yards for the Eagles.
Are you telling me right now I should put this man on the thumbnail?
Maybe. I don't
Is that
know.
what you're telling me?
I think Travis Fulgham might be the GOAT. I don't know who this kid is.
Go.
I don't know who this. Apparently, he's been on like 3 different teams. He's been in the league for like 2 years. I don't know. This kid, like, he's super fast. He gets open. I'm
Right.
like, you need to keep this kid from the practice squad. Like, sign him.
He found his spot.
Yeah.
He found what
Now,
system he works in.
I'm excited already for next year when we can get rid of Deshaun, get rid of Alshon, get some young receivers, maybe trade to get like a decent one receiver, and then just to have like Rager. I don't know. Like, I just think he needs more weapons, but we'll see. That O line needs some work. That Jordan Mailata, he did really well against the Steelers. I'm surprised. Carson only got like sacked once, I think. It was a good game,
I
man.
can see you guys trading for AJ Green.
I don't want AJ Green, man.
See it though.
I don't want him. No.
And then you'll have him for a couple
injury
games
prone.
before he gets hurt.
Might as well keep that Deshaun Jackson at that point if we want someone.
I could just see it happening.
Oh, I
don't
can
know.
see it too. I'm not denying it, but that's like, oh no. Out of all the receivers, I'd rather have Brandon Cooks over him.
Let's move. Oh God, don't remind
But yeah.
me. Let's move
Panthers, Falcons. This game got a coach fired.
It finally happened.
Finally happened. Dan Quinn, you're out of town, buddy.
For weeks. Should have happened. Like, he hasn't won since last year.
Yeah.
Get
I mean,
the
we
fuck
picked the
outta
Panthers.
here.
We both picked the Panthers in this one. I mean,
Smartly.
Teddy B in that new system and everything. They're 3-2. They're doing all right.
Waiting for McCaff to get back, you know?
They don't even have McCaffrey right now, and they're winning games.
Exactly.
So it's
Their backup's doing pretty good. What's that? Mike Davis, I think, the running back.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, Mike Davis.
He's balling.
He had like 90 yards this past game. Yeah, man. Panthers doing well so far. Next game was the biggest shocker of the week, pretty much. The Raiders beat the Chiefs. Holy cow. Your dad's happy.
The whole time I was watching that, like, even towards the end of the game, I'm like, the Chiefs are down 16 with like 8 minutes left. So I'm like, the Chiefs are still going to win this game. The whole time I'm thinking the Chiefs are going to win this game. The Chiefs are going to win this game. They ended up scoring again, and then, but like, I feel like they overestimated, like, or underestimated the Raiders. Yeah, exactly. The Raiders just kept attacking. They kept fucking punching.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
the Raiders earned that shit.
We've talked about it before, how the Raiders could be like sneaky good, you know. Right. Henry Ruggs balling, Josh Jacobs balling. I know old Nelson Aguilar caught some balls over there.
I know, like, man. I think it's apparently certain plays he was like catching deep balls were blitzes that like he got open on. Like, it could have went a lot differently if Derek Carr caught a sack on one of those or something like that. But like, I'm not gonna take that away from him. But I would like to see that be sustained through the season, you know, because he has been balling through 5 weeks. But we also know what Aguilar is capable of.
Yeah, they're 3-2 also.
Right.
So I mean, the Chiefs fall to 4-1. So who knows? Is this the end of the Chiefs?
First loss in 13 games, I think. Going back 13 games.
Jeez.
They said it was almost a year. It was like 340 days or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Almost a year since they lost.
That's crazy. Damn.
But anyway,
man. They got the dub on that one. The Raiders, good on them. They took down the Chiefs. They can be beat.
We got when the I don't know, hang on this too much, but when the Patriots it was 3-6 without Cam Newton, I was thinking to myself, like, these Chiefs could be beat, you know. But anyway, then they ended up romping on us, and that's a whole other story.
The second half.
Bills Titans, which ended up being played tonight, or
on Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, Bills got thromped, man.
Did not expect it.
Did not expect it at all.
Didn't. What was this final score? 42 to
16.
42-16.
Derrick Henry, man. Like he's
40.
literally through Josh Norman.
Oh my God, that play was crazy. He just like he was like completely horizontal in the air. You
Yeah,
know?
like oh yeah. And Ryan Tannehill had 3 touchdowns. Like
Nice, man.
they were clicking, man. After not playing for like 2 weeks
I think it
almost.
was like 16 days
Yeah,
since their last
the
game, and they
Titans
still
came back.
came out, hung up 42 points.
Jeez, didn't miss a beat, man. Yeah,
4
that
and
was a
0.
crazy game. No one saw the Bills because they were doing so well. They were
They
undefeated.
were, but them Titans, maybe the Titans are that good.
Maybe that
You
is
know,
true.
maybe this
We're
is the telltale
underestimating
side
some
about the
Titans.
Titans. But we
Um,
both picked the Bills on that one, so we both caught a L on that one.
yeah, I expected more out of that team.
Next up was a win though with Arizona.
Arizona, the Cardinals, and the Jets. The Jets, man, they're just terrible.
Le'Veon's getting shipped out of there.
Yeah, they were going to trade him as of a couple days ago, and then as like tonight they released him.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, I actually have a list I made of possible destinations I thought of.
Okay.
Let me pull them up here. Um, the Bills. I put the Bills on the list that they could scoop him. The
Okay.
Cardinals. I thought maybe the Cardinals maybe scoop Le'Veon. Um, the Rams possibly could use Le'Veon after getting rid of Todd Gurley, and the Chargers I have on here as well.
I could see him going to every single one of them and being like a nice piece because they all kind of have a running back by committee anyway.
Yeah,
So why not have a bell cow like leading that, and then at least even if he's not the starter, you got Le'Veon coming in third down. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Or have him splitting work or
Those are
coming in
just
pass catching. You
Yeah,
know,
those are just all the teams I kind of went through each one of them and looked at like the roster, and those are the teams that kind of stuck out that could use someone like him
out of all of
this week.
those, I could see him on the Bills,
Yeah,
just because they seem like a team that thinks that they're a piece or two away from a championship, and that's the type of piece that could make the difference for
exactly. And they
me.
don't
So
have like a dominant run game. And if
yeah,
Le'Veon Bell can be who he was, man, the Bills could be scary, and especially incorporate Josh Allen running all over the place, wheels.
especially after that ass whooping they caught Tuesday. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
we'll have to refer
exactly.
back to this video if Le'Veon gets traded to the Bills. That'd be crazy. Or
But the
not traded, but if he
Cardinals,
signs with them.
yeah, if he
But like
signs with them.
the
Yeah,
Cardinals ended up winning.
yeah, they
We
they
we
they stomped the Jets.
we knew that was
The
gonna
Jets are pretty much like a bye week to anybody at this point.
exactly.
Um, the next game we have the Rams and Washington. Rams demolished Washington.
We both picked the Rams on that
Yeah,
one.
that was pretty much expected at that
Alex
point. But they get to
Smith,
see Alex Smith in.
the
Um,
return.
the return, man, it was pretty crazy.
I was
It's been
so
two
happy to
years.
see Alex Smith, even though like I don't want to see the other quarterback get hurt, obviously, Carl Allen, but
Yeah.
like to see uh Alex
It was
Smith come
scary to
in.
see him out there, man, especially like getting sacked by Aaron Donald.
Did you see like maybe the second, third snap he took when
Where he
Aaron Donald
jumped on his back.
jumped on his back, and then apparently he said like that motherfucker's leg's strong or something
Yeah.
like that. Like he's quoted,
But
man.
man, Alex Smith is back. Maybe he's like that's who Ron Rivera wanted the whole time. Maybe
Yeah,
he's like, I can do
that's
something
why
with
he put
Alex.
Haskins to the third string.
Yeah, it
But
seems like Haskins is gonna be out of town here. Maybe like they're looking to get rid of him.
I can see that. I can see that. But
But I mean, Washington has a long way to go.
yeah, before they're even anything, they're still rebuilding. They're still trying to figure out how to rebuild at that point because
Yeah.
they keep getting fucking hurt. You know. But
Next one we had another
easy.
demolition game was the Ravens and the Bengals. Bengals only put up 3 points against the Ravens.
Joe Burrow was getting demolished all day. Like it wasn't good. That
Yeah.
was obviously it was the Ravens. I don't see Lamar Jackson having an MVP season. He's not doing the same things he was doing last year. I think it's just I don't think he's any worse. Obviously, it
Yeah.
just doesn't seem to be game planned the same way it was last year, if anything, or it's not working. But like they're winning
Or they
handily,
just haven't
not doing.
incorporated it. They
That's
haven't
what I
had
mean.
to use it.
They're winning handily without
Wait,
even doing the
wait
wild shit.
until like the playoffs when that shit starts opening up. Like
They
maybe
did
they're
get
just saving
smacked
it.
by the Chiefs though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's a
So
regular season. Maybe they because you know how like teams have some stuff they don't incorporate into the season or
yeah,
like early in the season. But I mean, who knows? I mean, the
we'll see how
Ravens.
that
I
plays
know
out.
I'm not. I'm pretty nervous for the Birds
I
to play them next week.
I still think they win the division.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I think so as well. Um, but yeah, that was we called that one.
Next
The
up,
next one here was Jaguars and Texans. Who did we have in that one? I
both
think
of
we
us picked Jacksonville.
had Jacksonville because of the new coach. They lost the coach.
Romeo, or what's his name? Romeo Cornell. I forget how to pronounce his last name, but like that man ended up coaching his team to their first victory of the season. So
Man,
it
yeah,
was against
it was going
Jacksonville,
on. It was against
Minshew
Jacksonville.
mania. I'm
Yeah,
not, but still, like
the great Jacksonville tank job is in full effect
I don't
at this point.
know. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's not as easy. It's not going to be easy to beat worse than the Jets.
Yeah, or
You
I mean,
know,
the Giants are right there with them at this point.
yeah. New York has a combined 0-10 record to
Yeah,
start the season, so I don't know about that. We'll see how that goes. They're going to get the 1 and
exactly.
2 picks,
But I mean,
but
yeah, Texans. They look nice, man.
I
They
don't
look nice.
see
It was
I
against
don't
the
see
Giants.
I don't see them rebounding and like winning 10 games straight or anything like that. But
Yeah,
it was nice to see the Texans get a nice win. You know.
absolutely. I think Watson needed it.
Next up was our upset of the week.
Yeah, and we both had them, the Dolphins against the 49ers, and
I
boy
don't
did we
know if
call it.
y'all could see this or not, but we both, where is it? We picked Miami to win this fucking game.
We did. We both
We should
picked
have bet big
Miami,
on that money or on that
and
game.
but we couldn't have predicted that Jimmy G would have got benched.
Yeah,
Oh man, he got like nobody thought they're paying him all that money. You know,
he's
he's the
not
starting quarterback.
100%.
Yeah,
That's the
I mean
reason.
they,
Like,
they rushed him back, it seems.
and
Will he
then
be out this week?
by halftime they were already losing by so much. Why risk it?
Yeah.
I expect him to start next week.
You think?
Oh yeah. Unless he's hurt, I expect him to start next week. But like, I think that he was having trouble with the ankle, and that's why they pulled him.
Yeah.
But
Just
we'll see.
precautionary.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like by halftime, there, the lead was so big, it
It
was
wasn't
like
worth keeping him in there and maybe possibly hurting him more.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
we
that was
did
the
pick
upset of
that
the week.
game.
The next one we had was the Colts and the Browns. I think I had the Colts winning that one, didn't I?
Yes, you did. And I had
Yeah.
Cleveland. I picked the Browns.
Man, them Browns,
They're
they're four and
rolling.
one. They're rolling right now. They might have figured it out. They figured out
They're
how to use that system they have.
AFC North best division in football? Question mark?
It seems like it at this point, man. I don't know. Or what was it? The NFC North, is it? The Packers and the
Packers,
Bears.
Vikings,
I mean, the
Bears, and
Vikings aren't that
Lions.
good. Oh yeah. I mean, I guess it is just the
Man,
Packers, Bears.
I feel you on that, but that AFC North, all of them,
AFC North.
other than the Bengals, I think all of
Yeah.
them only have one loss. The Steelers are undefeated.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. They're the best division right now.
Some crazy shit.
Not good for Pittsburgh.
Eh, they'll fight it out.
They'll fight
They're
it.
the best. I think they're winning the division right
Yeah,
now.
they're winning the division right now.
They'll fight it out. It'll be
We'll
interesting to
see.
see. Watch them send 3 teams to the playoffs,
Oh yeah, because the added playoff spot.
right?
Cleveland makes the playoffs.
Let's move on to the next one, which was some crazy shit.
Hate to
Dak
see it, man.
Prescott,
Yeah,
bone sticking out of his ankle, not good.
yeah. Dak Prescott broke his ankle, fractured
Surgery
it.
already completed though. Like
Yeah, he's gonna be
back,
out the rest of the season.
but he's gonna be out the rest of the season. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
it was a
ACL
close
chip.
game though. Them Giants were rolling. They looked like they might have got their first dub And I mean, Andy Dalton didn't look too bad under
Yeah,
center.
I think in that division, it's still going to be about the same. I don't know if it affected much other than it made Dallas's chances a little bit worse, obviously.
Yeah,
But like, I
it
still
is the
think
NFC East.
that's not the worst quarterback to be replacing anybody with,
Yeah,
regardless. He's
agreed.
not going to be a terrible game manager, and you got Zeke back there. Now he can feed Zeke even fucking more, you know.
Yeah,
So like,
maybe they can actually use them how they should be using them.
I don't know.
But
I
yeah,
all I know is that Dak shit is
yeah.
crazy.
What's your opinion on that, man?
I think they franchise tag him next year.
It's a damn
Again,
shame.
again,
It's a
it's gonna
damn
be
shame.
another prove it year.
I hate like as much as I hate the Cowboys, like that is such like BS, dude. I hate to see that, like, because Dak is such a talented player. I just they're just giving him the runaround. Just pay him, pay the dude the money he's deserved. And now
At
this happens.
at the same time, though, like it's not like Jerry Jones wasn't offering him 35 bill a
Yeah,
year for like I think it's just a fucked situation. Like Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco did the same thing. They bet on themselves, then pay it off. Joe Flacco took a 1 year deal and he won Super Bowl MVP. You know, like I was listening to people talk about this on the radio the other day, and they were making like damn good points. I'm like, damn. Like, you sit there and look at it from both sides. You can't be mad at anybody. You can't blame anybody. You just like, it just didn't work out. You know, you
yeah,
knew this was a risk.
yeah.
Like, so instead of him
It's just a
getting
freak accident.
the Pat Mahomes deal, now
It hurts a little bit. He's
you
gonna
gotta
have to
see
come
if
back and
he could even come back and be the same quarterback. So
yeah,
it
it's gonna
happens.
be a long road for Dak here, going through rehab, trying to get back to the player he was.
It was nasty to see,
Yeah, I mean,
but
my opinion on it was is I obviously feel for Dak. I mean,
yeah,
that nobody wants to see someone like that get hurt.
right.
Um, I want him to make a full recovery. I don't want to see like I wanted to play the Cowboys, like Eagles Cowboys with Dak. I didn't want it to be like Andy Dalton or anything.
Exactly.
Um,
Like obviously you want to win the division, but you don't want to see like if they don't have their best quarterback, cool, but you don't want to see anybody get hurt like that.
exactly.
You
You
know
don't
what I
want to
mean?
see
Like
anybody out for the season or anything like that. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I feel for Dak. Now for the Dallas Cowboys fans, it's the opposite. They had this coming. They had this coming, making fun of Carson Wentz every year with wheelchair Wentz and shit. This is karma in your face. I have no bad feelings about for the Dallas Cowboy fans. I have all the I'm sending my feelings to Dak. I feel bad for Dak, but I do not feel sorry for any Dallas Cowboy fan right now because they had this coming. Because now, anytime that Dak gets injured, oh, Dak's injury prone now. Here it comes because I'm gonna be bringing it just like they brought it for Wentz.
okay,
That's my
fair,
opinion on it. But I
fair,
want to see Dak come back
fair
healthy and
enough.
stronger. Um,
That was strictly for you Dallas Cowboy fans, I
yeah,
guess.
that was a
Uh,
rant for the Dallas Cowboys fans. I need to get off my chest. You deserve this.
okay, no problem. We got time for that. That's fine. No problem.
But yeah, I mean,
They have
Cowboys
to
won though.
know.
I think they're leading the division now. With two wins,
Yeah, with 2 wins. Yeah.
2 wins, 2-3. They're 2-3.
I flipped that page. I thought we were done. We still got 2 more games to get through.
Yeah, the
Seattle,
Vikings and Seahawks.
1 point
Seattle did
game.
not. Yeah, they did not look themselves there for like the first half.
You gave Russ the ball with last drive though, and like
What do you
he
expect's
gets a
going to happen?
touchdown with 15 seconds left. So
What do you think's
you
going to
put him in
happen?
that position, he's gonna end up pulling it out. But it
DK
shouldn't have been
Metcalf.
that close. It shouldn't have been that close.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It really shouldn't have. I still see them rolling. They're gonna be just fine though. Like I don't see them slow down anytime soon, bearing any injuries or anything like that.
Undefeated, man. Them Seahawks. They're 5-0.
Jeez, tough to deal with.
Then the Monday night game, we had the Chargers and the Saints, man. The Saints won by the 3 points, but I gotta say, man, Drew Brees stinks. Drew Brees is not Drew Brees anymore.
I don't know, man. Did you see that like 2 minute drive he had right before the end of half, right before halftime?
Yeah,
Like, but
I
that was
just
it's just glimpses of it now.
yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what
It's
it's
not
not.
like I don't know. I think the
Justin
Saints are
Herbert
set up
almost
as a
beat him,
good team. I mean, Thomas being out hurts him, and it
right?
wasn't even like he was hurt. He was held out because of the fight at practice, apparently. And then he like talked back to the coaches, and like they had a like tiff or whatever. I don't
So who
know.
knows how that'll develop
I mean, they
going
have a
down
good
the stretch.
team. I I don't know. I think
They're
Drew
good enough to
Brees.
win games like this, squeak
Yeah,
them out type of shit,
I
you
think this
know.
is
But
his last year anyway. I think this is
yeah,
Brees' last year. Give
now
Taysom Hill the
I got a
team.
no. I had a real question for you, and you just kind of answered it. Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill?
I'll give it to Taysom Hill, man.
You think
I
he'd be
think I
running
think
around like crazy,
and he has the
trucking
most
people?
experience. He knows the playbook. And I mean, I think Sean
Jameis,
Payton even said it like that. Taysom was the dude.
Jameis is on a 1 year deal anyway,
Yeah, and I mean, I thought like Taysom, he was a free agent last year, and
and
people thought he was going to go, and then Sean Payton kind of like told him like this could be your team.
they paid him.
So I think Sean Payton is all in with Taysom Hill right now.
Drew Brees gonna end up in the Monday Night booth.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to be it seems like he's going to be a commentator
That's
like
all
right
right.
after. But I mean,
Let's
the
see.
Saints, they're what are they? They're 3-2. The Chargers are 1-4, but they could easily be like 3-1. I
Yeah,
feel.
all their games have been by a touchdown, unless I'm pretty sure, or at
Yeah,
least
man,
a
Justin
couple.
Herbert, he could be the real deal, man. He's a
I
baller for.
saw another question today. They were like, "Who would you rather start your franchise with?" And which young quarterback would you rather start your franchise with? And it was excluding people like Lamar and Pat Mahomes for obvious reasons. And
Yeah,
they were like Josh Allen, Kyler Murray. Who were the other two? Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence.
or Joe Burrow.
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Mhm. They didn't even have Joe in the conversation.
Damn,
It was those four.
I would probably pick
And
Josh Allen at this point.
I was gonna say before you answer, 40% of the poll picked Trevor Lawrence,
Oh my gosh,
and they were talking
never
about
even
it
played
on
it down in
Reddit.
the NFL yet.
They were talking about how wild it was that the majority of the poll went with the complete unknown over these other three guys.
Yeah,
I was like, that's fucked.
I
I'm
think
pretty
I
sure
would probably
Josh
say
Allen had.
Josh Allen.
He was the second highest with 27%, and I,
Yeah,
I would agree with you. I would definitely, or Justin Herbert.
yeah, he's balling,
Over,
man. Wait until
over a
they
couple
start.
games,
Wait until they get
he's
an O
proven it.
line.
Right. I obviously he's didn't prove like he's worth the contract or anything, but he could definitely sling that shit down the field.
Yeah.
He could do what he needs to do to put his team in a position to fucking win. So
What happened? Where's your game? Where was the Pats game, Vern? What was the Patriots game?
tell me how the Titans can get like 35 players test positive coronavirus that they play, but we got we got 3 players test positive over like 2 weeks, and our game gets postponed another week. It is what it is. The Broncos game got moved. It's gonna be now Sunday at 1 o'clock instead of
Yeah.
it was supposed to be Monday. But it just got moved. So early bye week, just like the Steelers had. But hopefully
Interesting.
we have Cam by then, because the bye week was supposed to be next week. We were supposed to play the Broncos, then have the bye week, and then come back. But now it's bye week. Now we got the Broncos again. So we'll see.
Yeah.
See what happens. I had to scratch that game off our list. We both picked New England on that one, but
Yeah.
so we'll just carry that over. Well, actually, I'll write that down as the first one here. We
Okay.
both picked New England.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll start
activate
off with
that.
that one for week 6 picks.
No need to talk about that. Other than if Cam plays, it's a whole different game.
Yeah, if Cam plays, yeah.
But we'll see how the rest of the week unfolds if that game is even played. You
Yeah.
know,
That's
that's
true.
what I'm not too sure about because it's already having problems in the first place.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's my team, but it is what it is. Every team's going to have to deal with this shit eventually. Hopefully, hopefully
Hope
not,
not. Hopefully not.
but it might. Most likely. And I think like 7, 8 teams have already had some type of uh,
Yeah.
players tested positive. Meanwhile, the NBA did 4 months of basketball playoffs and shit, zero positive tests. But
Yeah.
that's
NHL did too.
yeah, NHL did too exactly. But anyway, what's the next
Um,
game? We don't have a
Ravens
Thursday
and
night
my
game this week.
Eagles. Oh yeah.
It got
I didn't
moved.
even notice that. Yeah.
It got postponed. God
No
damn it!
Thursday night game.
It's gonna be
We
on
had a
Monday
Tuesday
now.
night game instead of the Thursday
Yeah,
night game.
yeah. I guess eye for an eye.
But yeah, another 1 o'clock game is the Ravens and my Birds. I'm gonna pick the Ravens in this one, man.
Try to do the reverse psychology again.
I have to. I
I
have to.
understand.
But I mean, realistically, it is the Ravens.
Yeah,
Um,
I
the
gotta go
only
for
the only way we're winning this game is if the offense and the defense can play at once instead of having like the offense playing the game like last week. The offense actually played well, defense didn't.
you
They need to
gotta
play.
stop Lamar,
Yeah.
like big third down stops and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
Can't be playing catch up the whole
Eagles
time on
might.
this team.
It's looking like my Birds are going to be 1-4-1 after this week, bro.
Hey,
It's
this is a weird
bad.
year.
It
It's
is
a
a
weird
really weird
year,
year. The next game is the Texans and the Titans.
man. After what I saw tonight,
Them Titans, man. I'm definitely taking the Titans.
no brainer for me. It might be the lock of the week type of shit.
Yeah. Um, Next one, the Colts and the Bengals. I think I got the Colts in this one.
Even though they've been playing pretty terrible lately,
Yeah,
other than the win over the Bears a couple weeks ago, I'm
yeah,
gonna go with them too. Just because I still don't trust the Texans. I don't think it was all Bill O'Brien. I think he had a lot to do with it, but I think it was mostly the way he constructed the team. So like just because he's gone doesn't mean the team's construction changed. It's still fucked. So I could see the Colts getting their shit together, bouncing back, winning this game.
Against the Bengals. You're just talking about the Texans. You said Bill
Oh,
O'Brien.
I was still on the Titans game. I was mixing
Texans.
Colts.
Yeah,
Right.
Colts playing the Bengals.
Jeez. That's even more convincing. I mean, honestly, they seem like they're in some turmoil. Was it AJ Green on the sideline talking about trade me?
Yeah, that's
Trade
what they were
me?
saying. He's saying, don't trade him to the
Yeah,
Eagles. I don't want
yeah, that doesn't change my pick at all. I'm still going with Philip Rivers.
him.
Frank Reich's
um,
going to take care of the Bengals.
yeah. Next one here is the Falcons and the Vikings.
Minnesota with the bounce back.
That's what I think I got Minnesota in this one. Atlanta's going to be 0-6 for the first time in who knows how long.
Not looking good for them.
No.
The new coach that replaced Ted Quinn's going to get fired by the end of the year.
Next we got the Washington No Names and the Giants. I think I'm gonna pick the Giants to get their first win this week.
Nope. I'm going with Washington.
You think it's gonna be Washington? Alex Smith
Yeah.
might get his first one. I think I'm gonna pick the Giants. We're
Just
gonna differ on
because
that.
we've been going pretty much the same so far on every one of our picks.
Yeah.
So that's a good toss up game right there. That could go
Yeah.
either way.
I think I've
So
got the Giants. I mean, the Giants took Dallas to like 30 points or something. Like, I
Give
think Giants can do it.
Alex Smith gets a full week of practice.
Yeah.
Coming on in, man. I trust Alex Smith. Hopefully that leg holds up.
We might differ on this next game too. Divisional game, Browns and the Steelers.
Ooh.
I got the Browns in this one. Browns have been on a roll.
I got the Steelers. That
You got the
bull
Steelers?
I could see Claypool having another huge game. Not 4 touchdowns. That shit's gonna be unheard of. But like I could see him getting 2. Juju has still been relatively quiet. So
Yeah.
if it becomes a shootout, I think the Steelers could do that. I think they could hang. The
Yeah.
Browns defense isn't necessarily the best. They let Dallas put up a shitload of points.
Yeah.
So you're going with Cleveland though.
Yeah, I think got Cleveland in that one.
Okay, go with Pittsburgh.
Next we got the Bears and the Panthers. Tough,
Man,
tough matchup.
two teams trending upwards.
I think I might give it to the Bears, man.
That's a tough one. Let me see. What was last week all about with them Panthers, man? Who'd they play last week?
Last week they had where are they at?
I
The
want to roll.
Falcons. They beat the Falcons last week.
So, how impressive really was it? The Bears did beat the Bucks. Okay, they got my pick. I'm gonna go with Chicago on that one too.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be 5-1.
Okay. Nick
Yeah.
Foles gonna just keep rolling along.
Nick,
Doing
you're
what
gonna
he
keep
needs to.
rolling along, man.
If that defense could keep him in the games, they'll be fine.
Dude, Khalil Mack's a monster right now.
Once they get to the playoffs, they're fucked. They gotta run into Seattle and Tampa Bay and Green Bay and shit like that. But
yeah,
they'll make
I don't
playoffs.
see them beating Tampa Bay in the playoffs if they have to.
No.
Yeah, the next game is the Lions and the Jaguars. Woof. I think I got Detroit.
Matt Patricia's still trying to keep his job. He's gonna end up being the next coach that's fired.
Yeah.
But this is a game that it's almost like we'll see if they lose this, he might get fired this week.
Yeah, it's true.
So
it could
we'll
be.
see what happens.
But yeah, I definitely got them in that one. The next one here is the Jets and the Dolphins, and I got the Dolphins.
Yeah, definitely 2 weeks in a row, and this is gonna be a first on Squad Pod Sports.
Yeah, Jets. Dolphins gonna be 3-3, man. If they win this game. Next one, we got a good ass matchup here. This should have been primetime game. The Packers and the Buccaneers, man.
4 o'clock game, man. I'm going Green Bay.
I gotta give it to Green Bay. Devontae Adams is coming back. They're just looking hot, dude. Aaron Rodgers is slinging it.
That's either gonna be that's one of them games that's gonna be either be a shootout or Green Bay's just gonna hang 40 points. No.
no knuckleball.
Green Bay's just gonna hang 40 points on them.
Yeah,
and Tampa Bay's not gonna be able to.
Can Tom Brady keep up with Aaron Rodgers?
That's what I'm foreseeing. It's either gonna be yes, Tom Brady can keep up, or no, Tom Brady can't keep up. But I don't see Aaron Rodgers having any problems putting points on the board on the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
man,
I agree. I got the Packers in that one.
Yep.
And then the primetime game here is the Rams and the 49ers. And I think I got the Rams in this one, man.
Yeah, the 49ers kind of been losing my trust. It seems like they are experiencing huge Super Bowl hangover.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Chiefs are rolling on. They did lose to Oakland, but they're still the Chiefs. The 49ers look like a different team.
Yeah, completely. I mean, they pretty much are with all the injuries at this point. And then we got 2 Monday night games. We got the Chiefs and the Bills.
That's a good game. I'm going to roll with Kansas City still, though.
Yeah.
But I could see that being a high-scoring game by the end, 40-34.
Depends on what Bills. If you get the Bills that played tonight, Kansas City hang 40 on them.
I feel like that Tennessee defense is better. The Tennessee defense, I'm pretty sure, lead the league in takeaways.
Buffalo?
No, Tennessee. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure they lead the league in takeaways. The defense is the shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Kansas City isn't quite as good. So I could see Buffalo scoring more on Kansas City than they did on Tennessee. That's what I was saying. But
okay, yeah.
I still see Kansas City coming out.
Oh, definitely. Pat Mahomes is going to get that dub.
He's not going to lose 2 in a row.
No. Then we got the Cardinals and the Cowboys. I think I got the Cardinals in this one.
I'm going to go with the Cowboys because I think they feed Zeke the entire time, or at least real early.
Yeah.
And, but
that Dallas defense is just terrible, man. that they just get slaughtered every week.
I think about that defense for half a second and I changed my mind.
Yeah, I mean,
I just pictured DeAndre Hopkins having 180 yards.
yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean,
I'm picking Arizona.
beating Zeke would work if they can get out to a lead, but
Exactly.
I don't
And
see it happening.
when those words start turning to my head, that tells me you have to stop the Cardinals from scoring, which is not going to happen. So
Yeah, and they're due
I
for
got
like a
Arizona on that
bounce
one
back game. I know they won last week, but I think the Cardinals they're due for a really good game
for
here
a
soon.
good game. Right, right.
But yeah, that's the last game of week 6.
We'll see how those picks go, man.
Yeah, another rumor we have for the NFL is they're talking about having a playoff bubble
Hopefully
for
they
the
do.
NFL. So I mean, that's the rumor that's going around. I know the players don't want a bubble at all, but it might be
And
for the best.
it's definitely for the best. It's the best way to finish.
Yeah,
Like it's the best way to guarantee that it finishes, more or
agreed.
less. So as a fan, I definitely hope they do that. I could see why you wouldn't want to do it as a person. That makes sense. But like, I'm like, shit, you get a lot of money. Go chill in a
Right?
bubble for a couple weeks and
Yeah, it's
play
only
some
for a
football.
couple weeks.
Yeah,
It's not
fuck
like
it.
the NBA where they were in there for like a couple months.
Right, the NBA was in there for like we were saying, like 4 months, 3 4 months, locked in a bubble,
Shit, man.
getting tested every day, pretty
Yeah,
much.
and then like NFL only got to do it for a couple weeks.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
you got a lot of positive tests rolling around in the locker rooms, shutting
Yeah,
facilities down and shit.
it's fishy.
Ah,
We'll move on here to the since we're done with those our picks for the week. We'll move on to the bias bubble, man. What you got going on in your world? Your Lakers. I'll throw up
all,
all of Lakers.
all I've been thinking about, as far as like sports goes right now is like, cause I see it on Facebook. I'm like scrolling, I see LeBron holding the MVP of the chip, and I'm just like, finally. Like I remember thinking like a couple years ago, whenever LeBron was talking about leaving Cleveland again, like what? And I'm like, he's gonna come to LA. He's gonna come to LA, and he fucking did. I was like,
So no.
just like thinking about it, it's just so surprising that he would even come to Los Angeles. You know, like at the end of the day, and then here we are, fast forward 2 years later, and he's done it already. He's already
Yeah.
got a championship. And realistically, he only played 1 year. He did play last year, but he was hurt damn near the whole time. So, like, barely even played last year. First
hmm
full season as a Laker and win a championship. Did ride Anthony Davis' coattails the entire time. But he also had the most
We
efficient
got that
finals.
on. We got that on film. So I'm gonna bring that up again.
He also had the most efficient finals that he's ever had. Shot
Yeah.
the best. He's still put up 28 points a game, over 10 assists, led the league in assists this year for six. What is he like 6'8", 6'10", something like that? I don't even know. It's just ridiculous. He's still having a great year. I
Yeah.
think there was a quote. I don't know if it was a real quote or not because obviously I saw it online. Wish I could have saw it like maybe a video of it, but he was talking about 35-year-old LeBron would destroy
I saw that.
23. And I don't know if that's a real quote or not, but I ponder that. I'm like, because he knows the game so much better now. He is a
Yeah, he
beast.
has
So
even more experience. He's learned a lot more. He's more of a game manager now
yeah,
than he
still
was.
getting triple doubles, 26 point, 27 point
Exactly.
triple doubles. So it's nice. As long as he keeps balling at the level he's balling, I hope he stays and just keeps doing his thing. Hope the Lakers build around that, keep giving him the pieces that he needs, an island of misfit toys that it needs to be. Whatever works.
Yeah.
Pray that Anthony Davis stays and doesn't go to Chicago. That would
Come,
suck.
yes, come Anthony Davis. Come to
But
Chi-Town.
that's it as far as the Lakers, because now we gotta wait, see what free agency does, see what the draft
Yeah.
does. Got a late draft pick, and then season will be starting up in January or February again. So I'm excited for next
I
season.
can actually talk
Ready.
about my Bulls for the first time really on the podcast whenever that starts.
Right? They didn't even get invited to the bubble.
No, not at all. Hey, we were, nah, it's all right. It's all right. We literally changed the whole front office, so I'm glad we did
But
all that while you guys were in the bubble.
otherwise, Patriots. I apparently Cam Newton keeps testing positive,
Really?
but like apparently, like they were talking about it. Like Bill Belichick was saying, people could test positive up to like 30 to 60 days after or something. And I'm just like,
But I don't
so
think he can. I don't think he can play as long as he's testing positive,
he
though.
was talking about the possibility of him being able to play while tested positive, and I'm just like, what the? So I have no idea what's going on as far as that
That's
goes. I would have
crazy
to
if they do
look
that.
into that some more.
Yeah.
But I'm
Unless he
very
has like
wary.
the antibodies, like I don't know.
I don't even know. Like I said, I'm not 100% confident that they're going to play this Denver game. So
It's
we'll
gonna be
see.
Jared Studham.
Not even. I don't know if we'll even play. What if another player pops up with another test? So I don't know.
That's
We'll
true.
see how that goes. It's looking iffy as far as Patriots right now. Football wise, I think they're doing just fine. You lost to Kansas City. We haven't got the play since then. So I don't really have too much to talk about as far as that goes. Just
Yeah,
right now, they're all just chilling, trying to stay healthy until we can play Denver.
I feel you, man.
You know, that's about it for now, though.
Yeah, you haven't really heard too much out of New England here the past week or
No,
so, as far as
I'm
news
trying to
goes.
keep it quiet, keep things quiet.
I feel you, man. I wish we were doing as well as you guys, even though you guys are dealing with the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Um, Philly, man. I mean, I for some reason I feel like we talked about it before. I don't feel as bad after this loss as I normally would because I
Yeah,
saw that what we were capable of.
it was still
Um,
impressive.
it still sucks that I only have one win at this point during the season. Like, is not good. Especially going against the Ravens here. Luckily, the
Yeah.
schedule kind of eases up a little bit after this game. Maybe we get some wins in the column after that, or if somehow we manage to beat the Ravens, catch them off. I know fans are going to be allowed at the link this weekend at the home game, so it's going to be the first game with fans at home.
Nice.
So hopefully, maybe that can kind of help. In other news, I think Zach Ertz going to be out of town here in the coming weeks. I think we got 3 weeks until the trade deadline. If it doesn't happen at the trade deadline, it's happening this off season. Because
Yeah.
like at this point, I mean, you could see it. It's reflected in his game, man. He wants a new contract. He's just not the same Zach Ertz right now. It doesn't look like he doesn't have his try hard pants on each game now. Like he looked like he was just slacking against Pittsburgh.
Just
Like the
going through the
one the
motions,
one
getting
interception that
paid.
Carson had was because Ertz just didn't follow his route.
Yeah.
And like you could see like that's where it was supposed to go, but he kind of cut it like slowed down. And it's just like it just doesn't look like he's trying his all at this
Is
point.
Goddard
It's
still hurt?
yeah, I think he's coming back here in maybe 2 weeks. I don't think he's coming back
Damn.
next week.
I was
But I
gonna
do
say,
know
just
that
bench his ass.
Apparently Alshon and Deshaun are coming back this week against the
Okay.
Ravens. But I mean, keep that dude Travis Fulgham in the game. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if you got like, I don't care what you do. Keep that kid in the game because Carson's just throwing to him all nonstop, and like Miles Sanders doing Miles Sanders things.
Man,
I love that kid.
balling.
Yeah,
Running like he's in Penn State.
that's like a bright spot on the team right now. And then Darius Slay, I mean, he's balling, doing his thing, but the rest of the secondary kind of makes him look bad.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
He's
he's
gotta
doing
stay
his job.
healthy.
Yeah. I mean, a couple scares. I mean, this week he was in concussion protocol. He's coming out of it here.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I okay, well then that's not really his fault.
No, he was in concussion protocol this week. Oh, they're saying he's gonna play. But I mean, his stats by himself, he's doing really well. So I mean,
Right.
it's the rest of the team. That Nate Gary kid, he needs out of here. I don't know what Jim Short sees in him. He sucks. He's the one that like they put him to cover Claypool on that last drive. Like, why? Why was this kid covering that? Like, dude,
On
that
the
already
last
caught
drive.
3 touchdowns. Why do you have this linebacker covering him? Like,
Oh, this seems like a good idea.
stupid. Like I'm on the board of just firing Jim Schwartz, but I don't think they're going to do it in the middle of the season. They're going to do it after the season.
Yeah.
Um, but I
Do
think Jim
like a
Schwartz.
whole office type of rebuild. Not a whole, but that's when you do fire like shit like that.
I think something's going to happen. I think they're going to tell Doug like, "Hey, you need to hire an offensive coordinator. You can't be just calling games now." Like I
Yeah.
think he's going to lose that privilege before he gets fired. I don't think Doug's on the hot seat at this point, but I think like his abilities as a coach are in question.
Yeah.
Like as a play caller.
Hey,
Um,
that's the first step. Take his powers away.
yeah, and then you're out of here if
Then
things going this
you
way.
go the
But
way of Chip Kelly.
I see a lot of rebuilding and a lot of, not rebuilding, but back to the word we had from before, retooling.
Yes.
The Eagles going to be doing a lot of retooling here at the end of
Hey,
the year.
hey, it's fuck. They still have a chance to win that division. So
Yeah, I mean we're only a game behind Dallas, and I think we play them in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. I think we have a bye
okay.
week next couple weeks. I think we play the Ravens and then the Giants, and I think Dallas after that.
And then
So,
you play them last week of the season,
yeah.
right?
So I mean, who knows? It
Oh,
seems
we'll
like
see
each
what
week
happens.
they're kind of getting it put together. So hopefully we can kind of get on a roll here. I don't know. Maybe like a Seahawks or a Giants type thing from back in the day, from 10 years ago. Like maybe
Yeah, like
into the
7-9.
playoffs and then do some damage.
That's what I'm saying. All you gotta do is make the playoffs. Once you make the
Make
playoffs,
playoffs and somehow
whole new season.
exactly get some dubs from there. But I mean,
We'll see
other than
what
that,
happens.
that's pretty much all I got going on. So that leaves only one thing for the podcast that we normally do. You know what time it
Oh,
is?
yeah.
The crazy sports stat fact of the podcast. Do you have one this week, man?
I don't, but I was
You
like, I was
don't?
about to look one up. Do you have one?
I do have one. Yeah.
Okay,
Let me
let's
see.
just roll with that one.
All right.
I forgot to get that this week. I was
And
gonna
I,
hit my usual spot for him. I got a spot
the
for
one I have this week is baseball related.
him. Okay,
In 1990, Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. were the first father and son to ever hit back-to-back home runs in an MLB game.
that's awesome.
They played on the same team.
Be like, all right, watch this. Hey,
Check
let me try.
this out.
Like, that's
Dude.
crazy. That would be like an awesome moment to see
Yeah. Apparently,
and
there's
to be a part of. You know.
yeah, but I mean, I always liked Ken Griffey Jr. I remember having the Super Nintendo game from back in the day, the Ken
Yeah,
Griffey Jr. baseball.
exactly. That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I would
Well,
like to
I
see the
didn't really
video
play
of that.
with his dad.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to see the video of that though. I'm
Yeah,
sure there's video of that floating around.
apparently he was only like 20 years old.
Right. Like really
That's
at the end of his dad's career.
yeah.
That's cool
That's pretty
shit.
cool.
That's a
I
cool
mean,
cool fact.
yeah. I mean, we got a lot of news here this week. A lot of stuff
Oh
happened.
yeah. I
Um,
know a lot's gonna happen by the next podcast too, because it just
yeah,
seems like, especially with the NBA off season, that things are gonna be moving fast. So there's
yeah,
probably gonna be a lot. We might have to do some like midweek videos of emergent. You know what I mean? Like breaking
maybe.
news. Like
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, probably the next week or so, it will probably be more than it'll probably be mostly just football
Yeah.
until NBA kind of picks up here in free agency and
We'll
stuff.
definitely do a free agency video though.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, as of right now, everything is kind of done except for baseball. Baseball's in the playoffs. Um,
Yeah, they're rolling along. Couple
they're
teams
rolling
left.
along.
We'll
Um,
s-
yeah,
that's more or less like we'll see what happens. I think the Dodgers versus Astros. That's what my prediction is for.
the Dodgers and Astros.
I'm thinking it's
Mhm.
gonna be a rematch, like of the World Series from a couple years ago. And
Oh,
I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see what happens. That's
man, you got that picture out there. He's gonna be like trash talking him the whole time.
I
Joe
know.
Kelly.
Yeah,
He's gonna be out there trashing him the whole time.
you're awesome.
But yeah, I mean, got a lot of things going. I mean, a lot of sports are kind of winding down, so we've got a lot more football to talk about. But I mean, we'll be
Check
covering a lot
out
of things forward.
check out last week and the week before's episode where we had
Yeah,
guests on. If you want to see some cool stuff,
definitely.
see some insights from them. They had awesome opinions. They gave us like all their like just insights
Yeah,
about teams, about what they think's going on around the league. Like check them out. They're awesome videos. Definitely check
exactly.
out their channels also.
Exactly. It was great having them on the show. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we have a lot of cool guests here going forward. I think we might have one lined up next week. I'm not going to confirm anything as of yet, but
Maybe.
um, yeah, maybe. We got a
Maybe.
lot of exciting things in store for Squad Pod. So check out Squad Pod Sports on Twitter. Check out the Squad Pod regular podcast released every Friday. Um, and
Yeah.
check us out. We're streaming on Mondays. We just played last night. We played the last video we did Friday 13th.
I missed
And
that one,
yeah, and Among Us a little bit. It was me, Evan, and Quentin playing.
but I will be
Um,
there next week. I
but yeah, I
promise.
mean, we're always creating content, so be on the lookout and definitely make sure you like and subscribe to the page.
Thanks
And
for watching.
thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.